Welcome to this week's What's for Dinner. So starting off today, I am trying a new recipe, which I am going to make Salisbury steak with these green beans and mashed potatoes. I was going to make the homemade gravy from scratch, but I don't have an onion. So I'm going to use this Simply Organic brown gravy mix for my mix to smother the patties in. And then I have my salt, pepper, my onion powder, garlic powder. I have the mashed potatoes right here. Right here I have the seasoned breadcrumbs. I got the Worcestershire sauce back there. And I got the ground beef back there. So let's get started. Okay, so I have put the beans in this pot, and I'm just going to go ahead and salt them with some salt and pepper, and go ahead and let those cook. I didn't trim or anything, so right here I'm going to go ahead and use this bowl for my meat mixture. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix up the meat mixture and everything first. So I'm using 75% lean, 25% fat meat. Then I'm going to go ahead, use some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, breadcrumbs. I need to get the egg and a little bit of ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce. Let's go ahead. A little bit of seasoned breadcrumbs. So let me get an egg, y'all, and the ketchup. Okay, let's go ahead and put the egg in. Now we're going to use a little bit of ketchup. This is kind of like similar to making a meatloaf. Alright, because I'm following this recipe, so let me just go ahead and mix up everything. And I'm going to form these, since it's just me and the hubby, probably into 4, I don't want that to get dirty, into 4 patties, because the girls are gone for the week. Ooh, that meat is cold. Yeah, let me use this hand. So you don't want to over mix it. Warm it into that, and then as you can see, I'm just gonna put it down the middle and just pour it into hopefully 4 different even patties. And I'm just gonna shape the patties like that, kind of like in an oval. Better probably just form it at a ball. Then I make a little indent in them. So yeah, so that way they can cook evenly. So I'm going to go ahead and finish shaping this one, and then I'm going to straighten up a little bit, and then get the frying pan and the oil out, wash my hands and all that good stuff. Okay, so I have the frying pan, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil. I'm gonna use the same frying pan to also put my gravy in. So I'm gonna let that heat up for a little bit. Sorry about that noise, guys. That's my dryer. Alright, so we're gonna let that go ahead and heat up. And once it heats up, we'll go ahead and put the patties on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put all 4 patties in. And you want to cook them halfway. Well, you don't really have to cook them all the way. I would say almost done, because you're going to finish cooking them once they're in the gravy. So that's all 4. Like I said, try to punch holes in them, indentations in them. So yeah. Green beans are boiling. So I'm not going to cook the mashed potatoes until right before dinner. So yeah, we're going to let those hang out, do what they do. And when I come back, I'll probably be flipping them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And I'm going to set them up there so I can go ahead and make the sauce or the gravy. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, and I am going to use this spatula, whatever you want to call it. It has all those good parts. Okay, so right here I have some chicken broth. So I think what I'm going to do is use a cup of chicken broth and a cup of water, which is going to make it 2 cups. Or it's probably going to be a little over 2 cups. Take it to about 2.5 cups. Then I have this right here. Okay, so let me turn that down. This right here, that's simply organic brown gravy that I am just going to mix in here. So I just stuck it in here, and I'm just going to stir it up so it all combines and kind of dissolves a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to pour it in here. There it goes. And as you can see, the green beans over here are cooking. Let's turn that down. Let's turn this back up so it comes to a boil. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my seasoning in right now. So it's only going to be some salt, pepper. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of onion powder since I don't have any cut up onions. And just a tad of garlic powder. So I'm going to stir all that around. And I'm going to also use the same gravy for my mashed potatoes. So I'm going to let this come on up to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add the patties back in and let everything marinate together. Excuse me, guys. Alright, so dinner is just about done. There are the green beans that I got on warm. And there are the patties that I have simmering. So yeah, I'm just getting the gravy and just pouring it over. So yeah, dinner is just about done. So I have the water on the back burner for the mashed potatoes. As soon as it comes up to boiling, I'll put the mashed potatoes on, and when I come back, I will show you my plate. Alright, so this is what my plate is looking like. I want to thank you for joining me on this What's for Dinner, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead. Welcome back to another What's for Dinner. I forgot to lay out everything, but anyway, this is what I'm cooking tonight because we're having leftover. We had leftovers yesterday, mashed potato and green beans. So I'm just gonna cook this meat. I got my oven, which is already preheated to 350, so I'm gonna let it slowly cook, and I'm just gonna add some minimal seasoning, which is gonna be salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and the little herb de Provence, which it consists of basil, marjoram, oregano, rosemary, sage, savory, tarragon, and thyme. So that is that. So let's go ahead and add these seasonings. Then we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to let this go ahead and cook. Alright, so that's it, and as you can see, I need to get some more. So let me get my tongs. And then I have this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. And then just season this other side. Then I'm going to put the aluminum foil over it and put it in the oven and let it cook probably for 2 minutes. Welcome to another nightly What's for Dinner. So on the menu tonight, I am making lima beans and neck bones. As I mentioned earlier, the girls are gone for the week. They'll be back Friday or Saturday. So it's just hubby and I had a taste for some lima beans and neck bones with cornbread. So let's get started. So what I do with this form is while I boil my meat first is I just scrape it off and just throw it away. Then I do dump the water a couple of times until it's clear. Alright, y'all, so the meat has been cooking for a couple of hours, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this bag of lima beans in. And this go around I am using the large lima beans, not the small ones, so they will expand. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on and go ahead and let this cook. And while these are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the cornbread. and also the cornbread and rice. So I'm guessing this has all of the sauce and everything that comes with it, because the only thing I'm supposed to do is put it in a preheated pan. It says cover and cook for 4 minutes. Uncover and continue cooking 4 to 6 minutes, stirring occasionally until sauce is thickened. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Smells good. So I guess this right here is the sauce. Hey y'all, welcome to another nightly what's for dinner. So it's just the hubby and I got this from Publix to give it a try, which is the Innovation vegetable fried rice and the P.F. Chang's honey chicken. So hopefully it's good, and let's get started. So I guess that right there is the sauce. So yeah, we'll let this go ahead and hang out and let it do what it do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the microwave. It says you can either do it on the microwave or pan fry it, but I'm just gonna do it on the microwave for about 5 minutes. Alright, so that is what the chicken is looking like. I cooked it down until the sauce had just about evaporated. So, yeah, smells so good, y'all. Alright, so that is what the rice is looking like. As you can see, it just came out of the microwave with the steam. So I'm going to plate everything up and show you what it looks like. Alright y'all, so this is what my plate is looking like. This was on the table in under 30 minutes. And as you can see, it was a lot because I've already fixed my husband's plate and that's what's left over. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this What's for Dinner, and I'll see you on the next one.